Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the Getting Together podcast.
Yay!
And we are really excited today. We have
So
a special
excited.
guest with us. And thank you for joining us and for liking and subscribing. For all of you who have done that so far, we really appreciate the support. And my name is Jeremy Brinkerhoff. This is
Raylene Challinor.
Yes, and we are co-hosts of this podcast broadcast. So today we are really excited to have another guest with us from Dancing for the Stars, and our guest today is
Brendan McDonough.
Yes.
Excellent.
Hey, everybody.
Because we were not going to say that last name.
No, we
Nope.
didn't want to butcher it
Not
because
doing it.
we appreciate our guests being here, and we did not want to offend them straight out of the gate.
It's a great name. I love it.
But it is awesome. So Brendan, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having
And
me.
so one of the things, Dancing for the Stars.
Dancing for the Stars. Yep.
How in the world did you get roped into this?
How'd you get that gig?
Oh, so it was a
We're
mutual
so-
friend, and
Still call him a friend?
yeah,
Okay.
he reached out and said, "Hey, can we meet for coffee?" And usually when
Oh.
someone needs to meet for coffee, it's like something's going on,
Right.
And
Yeah.
so I'm like, "Hey, when do you need to meet? Let's get together." And so his wife works for the Boys and Girls Club, and she's
Oh,
organizing this event, and so she was there, and I'm like, I'm not a therapist. Like, I work in addiction and I kind of like know some things, but I'm like, I don't know if I have this capacity. Maybe I was just thinking too highly of myself.
Nice.
And I'm like, okay, I need to pray, maybe who knows what I'm be hit with right now.
Right.
And so there's a rose on the table. I'm like, what is this about? And I wasn't
Oh.
connecting two and two. And that's when they had asked. And so I remember thinking to myself immediately, like, is my schedule going to hold this?
Yeah.
And so we started going through dates and times. And I'm like, well, I fly in the day before the event.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, is that cool? They're like, yeah, just be here by this time. So we're trying to figure it all out
Oh, my
and
word.
talk to my wife. And, it's for a great cause. So I'm like, I'm going to do it. Like, I'll stretch
Yeah.
myself. We'll make it happen. And so, yeah, it's kind of how I got talked into doing it. But the more that I've been a part of it, the more I've realized how important it is for the Boys and Girls Club
Okay.
and the kids in the community. So it's
Yeah.
like, for me to stretch myself a little bit more, it's worth it.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So speaking of your wife,
Yes.
like what is her
There are things
reaction
we
when you
wanna
say,
know.
hey, I'm going to be dancing for the Stars and be on stage. Like, what was her reaction to this?
Yeah. We
I
want to
think
know.
it
What's
will-
her name?
Allie.
Allie.
Allie, okay.
We like Allie already.
Yeah, me too. And so a lot of people see like what I do in this setting or on a
Yes.
camera setting and it's not that I'm a different person, but you get to express yourself a little bit, but most of the time people have what they want to ask, what they want to talk about, obviously
Except for us.
related.
Right.
Yeah, to the tragedy or hold fast recovery
Yeah.
or like the main topics. And so I dance. I'm not good at dancing, so for
So
my
this
wife,
is already in your portfolio, kind of.
yeah,
You
Okay.
dance.
mainly like interpretive dance.
What?
So like voguing and yeah,
We gotta see it.
like
Can-
half ballet. At
we
some
little-
point in time, I'll give you a little taste.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my
When
gosh, I'm
when
so
it's
excited.
built and
Yeah,
when
it's
it's
gotta be.
there.
I see. I understand completely.
So she wasn't as shocked. She
Okay.
wasn't like, "You're gonna dance." She
But
was
partner dancing,
Yeah.
Brendan, is totally different
totally
than
different.
voguing on your own in
Yeah.
your bathroom.
Yep, exactly. So she's excited. She's a little nervous, right? Because a lot of pressure to dance, do well, but she's excited. Yeah, supportive too, and it takes time. You got to practice 2-3 times a week
Oh,
and
wow.
rehearsals.
Wow,
And
who's your partner?
Dawn,
Okay.
and she's
Yes,
phenomenal.
She is
I got
good.
so lucky because she's patient, and I'm so ADHD that I could cut off the president in the middle of a conversation, and I'm just like farting my tongue, like. And so it's been great, though. It's been awesome. It's been
That's
a great
good.
learning experience, and it's definitely different than my normal dance.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my
Fair
gosh, I
enough.
had no idea.
Interpretive dance.
You can't tell us what dance you're doing.
I can't.
Okay, it's a big secret.
Yeah.
But is it in your wheelhouse or was it totally out of your comfort zone?
I think I don't think any dance is in my wheelhouse.
Okay.
So it's definitely out of my comfort zone for sure. I wanted
Okay.
to choose something that was going to be challenging. And I will say I wanted something that was going to be fun for people to watch.
Yeah.
And if there's kids there, because they're going to be there, I want it to be fun for them because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And I want it to look sharp too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it'll be, I think it'll be unexpected.
Okay.
And I think it'll be a big shock and surprise.
I'm
Okay.
so excited.
That's awesome.
We did some filming this last weekend downtown when we had the festival
Oh yeah.
of some interpretive dance.
Okay.
Of me just kind of showing off some of the skills,
Yeah.
not
Wow.
related to my dance. But some pictures will be posted up pretty soon.
Building some
videos.
anticipation.
Yeah,
Mhm.
build some anticipation of what's to come. It won't
That's
give any
awesome.
clues, but it'll be interesting for people to kind of get their wheels turning and thinking.
That's awesome.
I love it.
That's very cool.
So good.
So now, you, how many kids do you have? Three. And will they be coming to the event?
I
Do they
think
get to go?
Are they the
some
ages that
will.
they'll be able to
Yeah,
appreciate
my
that?
eldest probably will. My
Okay.
10-year-old probably will.
10.
She did dance for 5 years.
Oh,
Okay. So
she'll be so excited.
she hasn't done it in a while, so it'll be interesting for her to see me on stage dancing opposed to her on stage.
Yes.
And I was thinking, like, how do I pay tribute to her and her dance? And she always did ballet, and I'm like, there's no way. There's
The tights
if
with the
there's
cup.
one
That's where
type
you
of
draw the
dance
line.
that we're
Cup.
not doing.
Okay.
No, I don't mind the tights. Like
Okay.
wrestling,
Wow, see?
right? Get
He
the
is
singlet.
my
Okay.
kind of
all
guy.
right.
I'm cool with
You're already
that.
there. You're already
Yeah.
there.
But just the
I could not.
being on
I
your
could not.
toes and the flexibility, like I don't stretch.
Okay.
Like stretching is not in this portfolio. Yoga is not something that like comes
like,
to mind.
No.
super
Okay.
excited
All
about.
right.
Yep. Yeah. So
Wow.
if it's not one dance, it's not ballet for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we can rule that out. That's,
Maybe not. Who
That's
knows?
going to be
Just
so
kidding.
much
Yeah, maybe
fun.
not.
Ooh.
You never know.
He could be
come
throwing
and
us
find
off.
out. Come
Yeah.
and see.
Yeah. Come and watch.
see.
So, okay, so we want to know, is there anybody like we need to take out for you? Is there like the competition? Is there anyone we need to Nancy Kerrigan? And by the way, Jeremy is going to tell us a story about Nancy Kerrigan.
Oh,
I
wow.
did this on purpose. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anybody we
Thank
need to
you.
take out? Any
So-
competition that you're feeling? Ooh.
My neighbor Luther. He's
Oh, is
dancing.
your neighbor
He's
Luther?
my
Okay.
neighbor.
Okay.
And so I
we
think
have
I've
him
got
on in
him
a couple weeks.
under control.
Good.
Like I've been throwing dog poop over the fence.
Attaboy.
Like he
Attaboy.
knows.
You gotta get in his
Attaboy.
head.
Yep.
Gotta get in his
Yep.
head.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And I think
you
there
gotta
should
take
be a little
him
rivalry
out.
there as well. I noticed his partner. She has like this very Russian first
Yes.
and first last
Hyphenated.
name, like
Right.
Yep.
but then she's an O'Brien,
Right.
Yeah.
and you're a McDonough.
Yeah. Yep.
And so,
It's
like my
Scots
grandmother
and the Irish.
was a Calhoun. So like we have a tartan, we have like our own
Yep.
thing. So I'm on Team McDonough.
Oh.
and
Yeah.
You
the
Scots
Irish
stick together.
Yeah, the Irish are going down.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm married to a Brit, so I'm sorry. O'Brien's got to go down. We're taking O'Brien down.
So
We're
good.
gonna-
There's some healthy competition here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, we
there's
know.
some great dancers though.
Oh,
I really
yes.
do.
That's
Like
pretty
It's going to be a good
I
one.
I seen a few pictures of Mayor Kell, and I'm like, what's this guy doing?
He's
Like
Rico
what?
Suave.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got some
Hell.
suave.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a
All right.
baby blue suit. When you can pull off
Yeah.
a baby blue suit,
That's impressive.
there's stuff going on there.
That's impressive.
It's like
and-
some moves.
Yep. There's Jess.
Like Jagger,
There's
possibly.
a few dancers that are like.
What about Luther? Tell
I-
us about
I don't
him.
know if
Do you
I'm
know?
worried about
He's pretty
him.
tall.
He's tall. He's got good posture.
he
And he wears the
does.
Yes.
suit nicely.
He
does wear a
does.
suit
This is
nicely.
what I'm
He's a
thinking.
handsome
He's-
man.
He
He
might be one
is.
to
He's a
watch.
handsome man.
And so
Okay.
I'm kind of I'm keeping my eyes out. I seen some action in the front yard the other day, and I was like, "You playing with your kids, or you training for your dance?"
Yeah.
So I'm watching.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah,
You
I'm
should get
watching.
some
Cross-training.
secret footage.
Yeah,
That would be
yeah.
funny.
Oh, that'd be
awesome.
That'd be funny.
That'd
Yes.
be awesome.
Okay, tell
That's
it
good.
really quick. You have to hear the story. Tell us the Nancy Kerrigan story, please, Jeremy.
Okay, so as we were preparing for this
I can't,
interview,
I'm
we're talking
already-
about this thing of trying to take out the competition, and I mean Nancy Kerrigan.
She came up because
She
it
came up,
was
'cause
it
yeah,
was
it's
our
like-
generation.
Yep.
Absolutely. I mean that's a huge moment in
It was
sports
a big
history.
thing. Yeah.
So it was around my junior or senior year in high school that this whole thing happened, and I felt really badly for her, and I also thought she was rather attractive.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I was unattached at the time,
Okay.
and so I wrote a letter to Nancy Kerrigan, and I put my senior picture in there, and I asked her to
Wow.
prom,
I'm gonna
and I
snort.
said, please, here's who I am. I'd really appreciate if you would go to prom with me, and like in my mind, and this is why I don't quite understand why, but I was like,
This makes
what would
complete
stand in her way? Like, why would she not say yes?
you sent
And then
her a
she didn't
picture.
even respond. I mean, she said,
She
I
got
sent her a-
nothing.
I
You
sent
know
her a
what?
picture.
She's dead to me.
I know.
Nancy, you're dead
so
to me.
I
You
really
do
need
that to my friend.
Now that it's years later, I really should reach back out and say, hey, what gives? Like,
Why
you need
didn't
some
you show
publicity
up?
now.
Maybe you should
Oh
do
my
Dancing with the
gosh.
Stars
Yes.
with Nancy.
Yes.
But we'll
he
bust
really
out an
should,
ice
though.
cream
Remember me,
ring.
Nancy?
Oh my God.
Do you remember?
You have my
You're like,
letter.
Oh
no,
my
no, I don't.
word, that's hilarious.
That is
and
so
then you
young.
thought
That
that
was
was
my thing.
normal. You
I
thought that
did.
was
I thought,
okay.
why-
Like,
why don't
aren't
more
all
people celebrities to their senior
boys
prom?
Where are you
writing?
living at this point in time? I want to know. So this is like
Central California.
Central California in
Yes.
the 90s, right?
He's
Yes.
a senior.
You're a
Yes.
senior.
A
And
senior
he
in high
sent
school.
his picture. Like, that would motivate
Oh,
her.
absolutely.
Like,
I,
look
I
what's
I
waiting
went
for
through. I
you.
had 3 different pictures from
You
senior.
chose
I was
the
like,
cream of the crop. Yeah.
That's the one.
You're like, grandma's
That
getting
is the
this
one.
one.
She
Mom, you
can't
can
say
have
no.
this one, but this
Nancy.
one's going to
Nancy
Nancy.
Kerrigan.
You get this one right here.
That's you.
This is the good
Slide it
angle.
across the table.
Oh,
What you got, girl? What you got?
who'd you end
Oh,
up
gosh.
going with, though? That's the true question.
So I did.
Go all
my,
alone?
no,
Oh,
no. I.
That'd have been like the epitome of the story. Like, I never went
She's
to
coming.
senior prom.
She's coming. I know she is.
Oh, man,
Looking
waiting
at the door
on the
the whole time.
doorstep.
Oh.
Oh, gosh. That's funny stuff right there. Oh,
So no,
man.
I actually ended up with a girlfriend.
Oh,
Okay.
bless
So-
her
And I
heart.
went to prom.
Wait, what did your
Oh,
girlfriend
man.
say about sending
Yeah,
a letter
what
to
would
Nancy?
you have done?
You didn't say nothing, huh?
Well, you know what? Well, so I didn't. I sent the letter in time,
Okay.
with enough time for Nancy to think
prepared.
about
With
it.
enough time for a
To be able to
replacement.
A
Because
plane
that's the
ticket
winter
and come out.
games.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's- you gotta.
I mean,
do
that's
that. So
Oh,
that's
my
3, 4,
gosh.
5 months prior. You had it
I
down.
had it down. I was.
You had her address too, so you
Oh
were gonna
my
show up at her
gosh.
house.
And that's the thing.
That's
How
the other
did you
thing.
have her
You had the
address?
address.
Well, so I did like the fan club thing, but then in my mind I'm starting to think. Now wait a second. No. I looked it up. I researched.
Okay.
I
All
researched.
right, sure.
But then,
Jeremy.
like, you do have this thing. I had
Do you
this
have
thing in
my
mind.
address? Like, who else's address do you have?
So then I'm thinking,
little
like, you know what?
scared.
I bet someone just took it. They didn't even get it to her.
Oh
That's
my
why she didn't
gosh.
respond.
That's why she didn't.
What if
That's
someone
why she
showed up as a
respond.
lookalike?
Absolutely no. What if Tanya Harding came instead?
I hear
Oh
you're hard
my
up. I'm
gosh.
hard up too.
Oh,
Wrong
that's
fan
fine,
mail.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, bless
Oh,
her
that
heart.
is too good. My
Okay,
cheeks hurt.
I had
I feel
to
bad
share
for
that
you.
with you
Yeah.
because that's a
Thank
good
you,
one,
Ray.
right?
That's,
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's,
that
that's
has
wonderful.
to be out there. That is
yeah,
too good.
One of those things from your past that you're like, wow,
Oh,
but
man.
it made sense at the time. It really did.
Wow. Well, and the fact that it made sense at the time is
That's even
funnier.
better.
Yeah.
That's even better.
It really is.
That you
That's
get caught-
good stuff.
I guess people do it all the time, though. You see, like, The Rock Johnson showing up, and, you know.
Well,
There
see
you go.
now, I think if he had, if we
Yeah.
fast forward and some kid had done that now, I
Right.
think maybe yes, publicity wise
Yeah.
and whatever.
Or if I had like leukemia,
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
something they
yep,
would
and it
come
was-
to
yeah.
give you your
right?
right.
But just some random bloke,
you,
Yeah.
probably not.
But-
Asking for prom. They're
in
like,
the white
Mm.
sweater. Yeah.
In a white
Yes.
sweater.
Yeah.
In a white sweater.
Oh
But
my gosh,
anyway,
that
so
was good.
back to you, Brendan.
Yeah,
Back to
that's
you.
right. Back
Yeah.
to you. 'cause-
No,
wow.
I love this. This is
This
great.
is
Attention off
Can you
me.
tell me and all of the lady listeners, how'd you meet your wife?
I met my wife. So we went to the same high school, kind of knew each other, but never hung out or dated. And so I met my wife through a mutual friend.
Ah,
And so
okay.
we started dating. We're in 2021, 8 years ago. So like
Aw.
shortly after the tragedy, started
Yeah.
dating and then got serious probably within a year or so.
Okay.
And then been together since then. Yeah.
Oh man,
So
that's
then
neat.
backing up a little bit, you've referenced the tragedy a couple of times. And
Uh-huh.
so those people who may not immediately associate the things, would you
Yeah.
just give us a kind of a brief overview of
Yeah.
where you are in that and how that came about?
Yep. So, former Grand Mountain hotshot, fought fire for 2.5 years. June 30th, 2013, I lost 19 of my brothers in a wildfire in Yarnell.
Yeah.
And so I was the lone survivor of that incident that happened. And so kind of just after that, life was turned upside down, PTSD, alcohol, trying to navigate so many different waters. And it took me a while to get my life on track. It took me probably 3-4 years to get sober, get into counseling. I was I was 21, 22, and I was like, I'm not seeing a counselor. There's no way.
Right,
You're
no.
crazy.
No.
No, I'm fine. I didn't lose a loved one. I didn't lose, a father. And that's kind of how I always justified not getting help until
Wow.
it was just too much. And so Today's life mission now is to serve out, a higher purpose of serving others.
Yeah.
Whether that's Dancing with the Stars, which is something I'm super stoked about and just excited to see kind of that unfold and see the community come together, because we've had some community events, but I think it's probably one of the biggest community fundraisers we have.
It's
huge.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are looking forward to it, and the kids too. Like the impact COVID has had is on the kids is just tremendous.
It
No, it is.
I've got 3 kids. My son was just born before COVID, and so like just watching the difference in how they interact with people and online learning and wearing masks and in school and out of school and curricular activities, no curricular activities. So I'm just really excited to see something positive come forward for the kids and just give them some focus, because they really deserve it.
Yeah.
They
That's
really
really
do.
That's
really
fun.
cool.
I love that. Yeah.
That's awesome. And so now, what are the dates? When's the event?
It's October 2nd.
October 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do people support you?
So people can support me by donating, buying tickets to the Boys and Girls Club, checking out the website, Dancing for the Stars in Prescott.
Yeah.
And, you can reach out directly and I can send you the link, the information for it. And I think the biggest thing is like, if you're getting caught up in like finding the link, like just donate.
Yeah.
Like, obviously we're in a competition for the dance, the funniest, the best, competition for raising money. But like at the end of the day, it's about the kids.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Like if I lose for raising money, but someone like thought of me, like that's all that matters at this point in time, is like support the kids, support the mission, because our community is growing and they need it.
It
We
is.
need
Growing by
more
leaps and bounds.
youthful services in our community, and
Yeah.
the Boys and Girls Club is one of the few that fills that needs for us.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's really good.
I agree. Yeah. And we had a tour not long ago, and it's an older building. They've really done a great job with it, but forward thinking, like you said, our community's growing, and in turn it's going to grow. And so I know that all the funds is going to be very helpful.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
It would be
It's
huge.
going to be such a fun night.
Yeah. It's going to be, I'm interested to see all the different styles of dance.
Yes.
Yeah.
People expressing themselves, because you
Yeah.
just don't. You don't see that in people's day-to-day life.
No,
No.
Unless
you
you're a
do
dancer,
not. Yes.
That is cool. And I think that's the nice thing still about Prescott, is that it's a small enough community that we do kind of know some of these people. So it's
Yeah.
not just someone that we've
Right.
said is a celebrity or something. Like there's
Yeah.
a personal connection. And so to see them outside of their normal role
It's fun.
doing something like this is really, really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you native to Prescott?
No, I've been
Okay, where are
here 2004, originally from Southern California.
Oh,
Okay,
where?
where about?
Oceanside, I'd say, was home. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
That's the nice part.
San Diego.
That is really
That's a really nice part.
Really
Yeah,
nice.
it's super nice now.
I'm Long
Yeah.
Beach, long time
Yeah.
ago, born there till I was about 12.
Okay.
And you're Central, right?
Yeah, Central California. So
The
Visalia.
armpit, right? So what they call it.
Yeah.
Unless you're in
Yeah,
like Monterey or.
Yeah,
Armpit,
not
Yeah.
Monterey, not Monterey.
Like
Basically,
Bakersfield.
cows. Like it was headline news when you surpassed Wisconsin in cheese production.
Oh,
like
my word.
that's my hometown.
Yeah.
The first time I brought Marissa, my wife, we got down from Tehachapi into Bakersfield.
Okay.
She goes, "Oh my gosh, what does that smell?" I'm
It
like,
is
"What are you-
Bakersfield.
What are you talking
Hey,
about?
that's where my sister lives.
Yeah.
Bakersfield.
I got
Be
friends
nice
out
to
there. Yeah.
Bakersfield.
There is a distinct agricultural smell.
There is.
Yes, and,
so-
and a bit of a haze. Would you say? Would you call
massive
it a haze?
Oh, yeah.
though?
I didn't know it was possible to see beyond 10 miles at any given time until I moved to Arizona.
And you're like,
you can see Flagstaff
"What?"
every
Yeah.
day. I'm like,
And you're
"This
so
is
inland
amazing."
too. It doesn't make sense.
No,
Oh, no,
I
at
know.
Bakersfield.
I
It's
know.
like, what is- how does
You're
this
like 2
happen?
hours.
Yeah.
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 in.
So yeah, it's
Why
gross.
do you love Prescott? Why do you stay?
I
You could have
love
gone
it
anywhere.
because of the small community. I love it. Going from like Southern California, and I was younger and I did enjoy the fast pace, but just watching the community kind of grow and just be supportive,
Yeah.
it's nice. And it's
That's
a
good.
great place to raise kids. And I had
It is.
kids at a young age. I had
Yeah.
my first kid at 19. And so it was like straight out of high school. And so there wasn't, for me, any idea of living anywhere else.
Right.
And it was, it's been awesome. I love it here. I
That's
do.
cool. So did you go to high school here?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
So I went to Prescott High, graduated 2009, played
Okay.
some sports, didn't really achieve well it much, but graduated, made it through, and went through the academy, and that was kind of the dream from high school, get in the fire service and go that route.
Yeah. And Jeremy, you did, I mean, can I say you did fire?
I did fire.
What you say?
I did fire.
They're just going to start looking at like, what fires did you do?
But
hey, we all gotta
I
eat.
want to ask you guys, like, do they train you? Is it a trained, learned behavior to run into danger while people are running out, or do you feel like, I mean, that's something you have to be born with? You have that, or is that in the training?
I don't know. Do you want to speak to that?
I think
yourself?
I think takes a special kind of person, you know.
And do you know that about yourself before you sign up to do this?
I mean, I think you can think you know until you're
Right.
faced in it.
Yeah.
I think that's the honest to God truth. A lot of people can armchair quarterback things, but until you're in that situation, I don't think you really know.
You don't really know.
I mean, I think it takes a lot of type A personalities, right, in the
Okay.
fire service. Not all of them though.
Oh, interesting.
And so a lot
I'll
of
vouch for that.
yeah,
Huh,
a lot of type A personality, which isn't a bad thing, you know,
No.
because I think that's what it takes to do the job, and you have to be
Yeah.
able to, you know, like you said, run into chaotic situations
Yes.
that most people aren't willing to.
No.
But I think a lot of it too comes down to the people you work with, the men and women you work
Absolutely.
with, and
Oh, really?
how confident do you feel going into certain situations, because there might be a volunteer department back east where they wouldn't dare go interior for multiple reasons, safety reasons, training reasons, volunteer versus a full-time department that, you know, they run 5 to 6 fires a month or something, and they
Right.
feel confident in their ability. And so I do think it takes a special type of person. I do think there's a certain amount of training that'll make you comfortable, but I do think internally it's a decision and choice that, you know, at some point in time you're going to have to make. And I think
Yeah.
it changes too for people. You know, I think it evolves as well. And in the beginning, you're young, you're very hungry, you know, you're invincible, the 25-year-old brain, you know,
Right.
that's when it develops for men. So
Yeah.
that's when we start to see a lot of that separation, and then
Okay.
career changes later down the road of like, you know, maybe this isn't for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you saw that too. You feel the same
Yeah,
way?
I think it's very true, and I'm not as type A, and so it was definitely about leadership.
Yeah,
So
leadership.
so the crew and who the captain
Trusting
is
them.
and trusting them, and it was. I mean, it's one of those things where, for a while, I came into the fire service with a lot of questions about myself, and sort of this thing of like, you know, can I do it? Am I going to be able to face that situation?
Yeah.
And so when the tones go off and it's the real deal, and you pull up and there's smoke and fire, and then your captain's like, all right, these are your tasks. There's something about that as well,
Yeah.
like having something to do. If it's just like run into a burning building and be like, oh, no thanks. But like,
Yeah.
we have a task,
You
we
had
have
a
a
goal.
mission, and the guy who's leading me, man, I have complete confidence in him. And so I
Wow.
know he's not going to put me in a
Yeah.
situation where there's that risk to his life, my life. So I know by the time we've gotten there that we're a crew, and we're going to be in this thing together. So
Oh, that's
I think
fascinating.
that for me was one of those things that really helped kind of bridge that gap of like, okay, do I have what it takes?
Yeah.
But we had trained together. We
Yeah.
had gotten into this thing, so we had what it took in those moments. So
Wow.
That training's so important.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's so many lessons that we have in the fire service, wildland structure, you know, to learn from. And so I think that's what gives you the ability to feel confident, not arrogant, but confident in the decisions you're making.
Yes,
of-
I want you to be confident.
yeah,
you do.
yeah. And so I think that's what a lot of people rely on, because at some point in time, like the adrenaline rush, it goes away. Like,
Right.
you know, very quick, are you running on adrenaline, and then you're back to critical thinking and making
Right.
decisions, and that's built on the training grounds, the proving grounds, and that's where it comes in, that teamwork. And so it's almost a lot of departments, so many things are similar because it's such a unilateral job, and especially in Prescott you have multi-agencies responding. So like
Okay.
something as simple as a hose lay, are very similar. Something as simple as the connections, the couplers, right? It's like, hey, we use these certain couplers, so if we run across this certain scenario, we don't have an issue of, you know, someone grabbing this off your truck or vice versa. And there's little unique things that are different.
Wow, would never
but
even...
I mean, you could find the same hose lay in Arizona as, you know, Texas potentially, and some do it different, but they all serve the same purpose.
Right.
I had no idea that was even a thing. Okay, so what do you do now, Brendan? Tell our listeners and viewers you have...
Full-time dancer.
Duh, Ray. Where have you been?
Dancer.
I don't understand. How is this not clear?
Like, I'm not the celebrity, I'm the professional.
My bad, my mistake.
So I run Hold Fast Recovery.
Hold Fast.
Yep.
Tell us
Christian
about the
Substance
name.
Abuse
How'd you come up with
Treatment
that?
Center. So I had a mentor after the tragedy in Texas. He's a former Navy SEAL.
Wow.
And just an awesome man of Christ, and has 3 daughters, and someone I looked up to. And so he kind of took me under his wing. And I was just lost, you know, for a few years. And he just
Understandably.
kept telling me, you know, Brennan, just hold fast to Christ.
Oh.
You know, hold on to the things that aren't going to fail you in life, and Christ is not going to fail you. And so that strung a chord with me, with the questions I had that I wasn't willing to ask God, or I couldn't get answers from. At the end of the day, you know, it was just hold fast to Him. And so what we want to teach the men that we serve is to hold fast to Christ, because they're going through addiction, they're going through trauma, you know, maybe different scenarios, but it's the same feelings and emotions a lot of the times. And so we want them to feel comforted and know the truth.
Yeah.
And so that's what I do full time. That, a little bit of speaking here and there, and then Dancing with the Stars. You know, every once in a while something like this pops up. This is probably the biggest commitment as far as fundraising goes that I've been a part of.
So fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
awesome.
great. And you have a book.
Yeah. Yep.
Can you tell us what the title is and where people can get it?
Title's Granite Mountain, and you can purchase it on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
How was that?
We'll make
Writing
sure there's a
that?
link there.
Wow. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It was cathartic. It was. It was a
good.
good process. I think I was pretty early on to write the book.
Yeah.
Because I think it ended well, but like you didn't get the point of where I'm at in life today.
Right.
So
Is there gonna maybe another one coming out?
I don't know. Maybe, yeah. I think maybe in like a few
See,
years.
dancing or author.
Yeah.
It just
Maybe a
have to,
dance book.
Maybe a dance book.
Yeah.
A coffee table dance book.
Interpretive
Stills
dance
of your
by
interpretive
Brendan.
dances.
I'm not saying your
Yes.
last name. Yes, interpretive dance.
Yeah, maybe that'll be it. I thought about
like
it. I
it.
kicked
I
around.
read it.
Yeah.
I read it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
I
I'll put
would.
it out there.
Yeah.
We'll keep it for
Let's
our
see what
guests.
happens,
It'll be it'll be a guest book / coffee table book of Brendan
Yeah.
dancing.
Interpretive dance.
Someone might watch this and reach out and say, I've got the camera to do
They
it.
might.
Yes.
Ellen, possibly. Yeah.
No, not
yeah.
listen.
No. Love
No,
me
we'll
some
steer clear of
Ellen.
that one.
Ellen who?
That's right.
What?
It's
Oh.
a night.
I'm like, podcast?
Stay with us. Stay with us.
Prescott? What?
Exactly.
Where are we?
Yeah.
No, but that's what I do. That's what I do. I try and live a life to serve others.
That's really cool.
You know, in some form or capacity.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And as far as the business goes, are you guys expanding? Are you guys kind of in a phase where you're reaching out and you serve only men right now, or do you serve men and women?
Just men right now.
Okay.
Women, we want to have a women's program in the near future. Definitely growth on the horizon for sure. And a big part of what we do is like a lot of education in the church of what addiction and mental health is, because even then it's a taboo topic, you know?
Oh yeah.
And within the church, within the secular world, it's a taboo topic. So we want to kind of break that stigma of what addiction looks like. And so many have this idea of it's someone who's homeless or someone who's young or someone who's at bottom. And it's far from true.
Right.
You know, we get calls from pastors themselves. We get
Yes.
calls from businessmen. We get calls from leaders. I mean, we get calls from people across the board, first responders, veterans.
Yeah.
And so, especially through COVID, it's been intense for a lot of people.
bet.
Very intense for a lot of people.
I bet.
A lot of strain.
Yeah.
And so, do you have space in your program right now? Is there a way that people can reach out to you if they're watching this and they do want some form of recovery or need recovery? Is there a way that we can kind of link them with you? Or
Yeah, definitely. So our website, just www.holdfastrecovery.com. Our phone number, 1-800-351-6858.
Awesome.
That's the best way to get a hold of us, and it'll ring someone till we pick up and answer.
All right.
And it's difficult times for people, so we want to know, we're there. And if maybe if we're not a good fit for you, if we're saying, hey, I'm not a Christian, like, we'll help you find a program.
Okay.
Or maybe we don't have a women's program open, we'll help you find a program. Like,
That's
we're
awesome.
here to serve others,
That's
outside of what we do in our office.
Nice.
Lovely.
So, like, outside of dancing and interpretive dancing,
Well, is
like,
there any outside?
That's true. That's true. But going next tier, I mean, like, that's like the upper
Dancing is
echelon
life.
of awesome.
Right.
So, what else do you find enjoyable? Like, what do you love to do around the area? What are some of those things that
Are you outdoorsy?
Yeah,
How do
kind
you-
of.
Like my friend here?
Yeah.
He's outdoorsy.
Like, I'm not like an intense outdoors guy. Like, some people are like, oh, let's go on, 15-mile hike or something. Or, I mean, I'll do it if that's what needs to be done. But, like, I like to grab a paddleboard,
Nice.
like, strap my kid into their vest,
Strap the kid down.
go to a lake where I know they're going to be safe and just kind of
Right.
relax
Yes.
and be
This
mellow.
is what I'm saying.
Yes.
See, we talked about
Okay.
this last week.
Yeah?
Kayak versus paddleboard.
Okay.
And the journey, Brendan, right?
Okay.
Just relaxing and
Yup.
enjoying. He is like, I got to get there.
Point A to
get
point
to
B.
get to the destination. No paddleboard because it's slow.
Yep.
Kayak, get there. Mountain bike.
Yep.
He
Go
doesn't
hard.
understand like you do, and I do. The journey.
She said you don't
Right?
understand.
I don't understand.
I
It's
used
the
to be
journey,
that
Brendan.
way though. Just very like, and I get it though. For me, it's just calming the mind. Like, that's my peace, and I have to keep that in check. But some people deal with it in the opposite, right? And so for me, it's like, busy work is not good. That's not where I sit well. So for me, I've got to sit in it, decompress, allow things to
Yes.
just let go. It's kind of like dancing.
Yeah.
Like,
Everything comes back to
Yeah.
dancing.
This is a
So
big part.
really,
like, I might keep dancing after this. We'll
That's
see.
awesome.
Yeah.
that'd be fun.
Yeah. I might keep doing some lessons, and because there's very few things in life for people, and it's all individualized,
Yes.
that you get to do, that you feel released,
Yeah.
that you feel like, man, when I'm done with this, like, the worries of the world that I thought were important, like, I can't even remember.
That's good.
And outside of it being a competition, like,
Yeah.
we do have a competition, and we do have
Right.
something to achieve. Like,
Yes.
it's one of those things for me.
Oh,
Where
that's
I
great.
That's really cool.
I find peace in it. So, I like paddleboarding. I like hunting, archery hunting. That's
Yeah.
fun.
Nice.
Spending time with the kids, traveling, seeing different places.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to get to experience, the country, the world as it
Yes.
is, hopefully,
Yeah.
and get to see how to, see other people's struggles too. I think that's so important.
It is important.
We try, and when we do family trips, there's things that we're afforded in life that we get to do, whether it's going to Disneyland or checking out a show or
Yes.
whatever it may be. But I want my kids to understand that some people don't have the opportunity. So how can we serve them in
Yes.
the capacity? So
Life
that's
of gratitude.
yeah,
love
just
that.
being grateful
Yeah.
and taking time to just like slow down and not be. Just value that slow down time,
Yeah.
and I find that in the woods, on the water, with my kids, on the
Yeah.
trampoline, for the
Nice.
most part. And so I
We have
send one
totally
way too
different
high.
children. Yeah, totally. No, that is not my peaceful connect place with my kids. No. So good for you.
Well, I
That's
find peace
great.
with them sometimes, not
Oh,
all the
okay,
time.
okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah,
He is
yeah,
human.
yeah.
Oh, good.
All right.
There's 10% that we're finding the peace, right? So
Right,
let me
right.
let me not get it twisted. There's chaos for sure.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I got a 2-year-old running around butt naked.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
I'm like,
Oh, yeah. I got a
Love
9-year-old
that's
running
the
around butt
best.
naked.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
yeah.
that we need to talk about. But
No.
the 2-year-old,
He's
yes.
the jungle boy. He's still jungle boy. That's all there is to it. It's ridiculous. Why can't I go outside and pee naked in the middle of the day? Because it's not that society, son.
Son,
There's a
get back in
phase
your
where you
room
stop peeing
and
outside.
Right,
yeah.
Nancy Kerrigan. Get back in there.
Oh man! So then you said you were going to be traveling and you're going to be landing like the day before.
Yeah.
Dance. Dancing for the Stars. And so, like, is that a cool trip? Is that something that's exciting? Is that a family deal, or
is it for your
work trip?
Just
story?
work trip.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm speaking with a business that day, and so I'll fly out the evening before.
Oh wow,
and
so
then,
turnaround trip, huh?
Yeah, usually when I travel, it's pretty
wow.
quick. I try and 24-hour turnaround. You know, I want to be home, get back into my work, and that allows me enough time to dedicate to the people I'm talking with.
Yeah.
That's
and
good.
just kind of be present for that time period. You know, that's super important for me.
Yeah.
And then kind of just get back in the swing of things. So I'll go from the airport pretty much to dance rehearsal.
Wow.
So I'll be
Goodness.
trying
You're
to
so dedicated.
change in.
So obviously, I mean, I'm
excited.
assuming Boys and Girls Club will set you up first class with your own masseuse, so that like you're relaxed and
keep y'all
ready. So you
to
come off the
go,
plane and you're just
shake
like,
it off. Yeah.
They'd offer, but I said, hey, I can't
It's
do
for the
it.
kids.
It's for the
Okay.
kids.
It's for the
you
kids.
know?
It's for
I
the
said,
kids.
thank you for wanting to take care of me,
That's
but we
who
need to
you
take
are.
care of them.
That's who you are.
He's a
yeah.
giver.
That's like he is. He's a giver.
Such a giver.
Such a
I don't
giver.
know if I'd take a massage. I don't stretch. I don't.
Nice.
We talked about this. He does
Yeah.
not do the stretching, hence
No.
the ballet, the
Yeah,
yoga.
right.
The stiffer
Right.
the muscles, the better.
better?
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
not sure that's Luther's
kind of like-
plan.
I've
but...
only pulled a muscle when stretching.
Oh, see, that's the
A
key.
little negative reinforcement there.
So I
You
don't
want to touch that
stretch.
again.
No, I stretched like
don't need
one
that.
time, pulled a hammy, and I'm like, no, never
We're
again.
done.
Just
We're
warm
done.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be
Just
a man about
running
it.
Man in
Be a
place.
man about it before you do ballet. Do it
Stretch after maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
for
fair
interpretive
enough.
dance.
That's fair.
Okay.
Well, Brendan, thank you so
Oh my
much
gosh.
for taking some
So
time.
fun.
I know you have a very busy schedule,
Thank
and
you.
And it is really an honor to have you on the show, and
Yes.
especially since we're so new, and to really highlight the Boys and Girls Club, and then
Yeah.
just hear a little bit about you personally.
Yeah,
It's
you've done a
really,
great job.
It's really great. So thank you so much for
Thank you.
being here
Thanks
today,
for
and
your
we will have
service,
links
too.
to all those things down below, so you can get in touch with Brendan and the stuff that he's doing through Hold Fast, which is exciting, and also
Yes.
for Dancing for the
For the
Stars,
Stars.
and the ways that you can support the kids here in the community. It's a great program. It's going to be a great night, so get your tickets. There's lots of opportunities out there to support this incredible event. So with that, like and subscribe. Ray, do you have anything before we go?
Yes. No, I'm just so grateful. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being here with
Thank
us.
you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
it was
it.
great.
Excellent.
Really fun. And thanks for letting me make fun of you again today, Jeremy.
I have a feeling it's going to be a regular
Nancy Kerrigan.
segment of our program.
It's a good
I'm
one.
pretty sure there's be plenty of material. But
there's
you
a
don't want to miss
lot
this
of
dance. I'm
material.
telling you.
That's right.
right.
You do
It's
not
gonna
want
be
to miss this
something
dance.
else.
It's going to be awesome.
Can you do the outshot with like maybe a little?
Oh
can you,
yeah,
little
little
vote first?
like,
Yeah,
little
can you
like.
maybe just a little
Okay, I
something?
think I could take the hat off.
Okay,
Okay.
well, hey,
Yes, definitely.
Whatever you got to
And
do,
so
my friend.
I gotta
Oh,
look like
what?
I've been working,
Oh.
right? So a little
Oh,
sweat.
nice.
Like,
Okay, a little
We
sweat.
got the flash
yeah,
dance
good.
going on here.
Right to the
Yeah, footloose. Oh, yeah.
Bounce and bounce
Yeah.
and bounce and bounce and folk. Be there.
Yes.
Don't
Love
miss it.
Love
Brilliant.
it.
Don't miss
Okay.
You will not.
That's it.
It's gonna be something special.